As I said, my refrigerator went out, so instead of making rockfish tenders, we're going to make some nice Panko chicken tenders today. Editing the video and noticed the clip in the foreground there. That's for sealing my flour, if you're wondering. The production budget doesn't allow for retakes. As you saw, I removed the skin and I trimmed off any excess fat, and now we're going to fillet off a nice chicken breast. In fact, we're going to fillet off the chicken breast off both sides. Using my crazy sharp knife I picked up at the warehouse store for like $3.99. And then we're going to chop up the chicken breast in some nice, 3/4 inch strips or so. Next, we'll do a little dry brining, or basically just put a little salt all over them, I don't know, a couple tablespoons of salt, and then put them in a plastic bag, and we're going to let osmosis drive that salt right into the meat. Letting your chicken sit with salt on it for overnight, it makes it so much better. The salt inside the meat, people are going to say this is the most delicious stuff ever. So it's really important if you ask me. So once you're ready to start, first thing we're going to do is add a nice cup of flour, and then we're going to add some spices, and like a teaspoon of garlic, teaspoon of savory, teaspoon of white pepper, teaspoon of sage, teaspoon of rosemary, maybe a teaspoon of thyme, a teaspoon of black pepper. I usually add a tablespoon of paprika and, of course, a tablespoon of salt. Once all the stuff's in place, we're going to close that up and do the old shaky. We want to get it really well mixed up. Once it's mixed up, you can let it sit for an hour or use it right away. But before you use it, you're going to have to remove all the flour, the excess flour there. So you can see I got a colander. We're going to off all the flour and put all the pieces back inside the plastic bag. We're going to save a bowl and just add the egg directly to the bag there. So get yourself an egg and get it all mixed up really, really well, and just pour it right inside the bag. The other option is just take 3 eggs and put them in a bowl and dip your pieces in that before we put them into the bread. But this way, put the egg in the bag and mix until all the dry spots are gone. And then for our coating, we're going to use Panko because they're delicious, but you could use any type of breadcrumbs or whatever your favorite coating is. And so, but first get your oil up to 330, and then we're going to go ahead and dip each piece into the Panko and then put them right into the frying pan. And then we're going to let those fry about 2-3 minutes aside until nice and golden brown. You can see the ones that went in first are obviously a lot more brown. The pan's hotter. You got to maintain your heat. And then check them. They need to be at least 160. That one's 185. Maybe a little overcooked. Sure, it's going to be delicious anyway. Panko tenders for a rockfish or chicken or whatever you want to fry. They're delicious. I suggest you try them. They're all ready for a nice salad or a sandwich, whatever you need.